know what's weird? This tunnel used to be disgusting, like completely covered in graffiti, broken lights, trash everywhere.
Yeah, I remember. It smelled like piss half the time.
Maintenance drones. They clean it every night now. Around 3 a.m., I think.
Of course they do. Of course there's a schedule for the tunnel being clean.
You say that like it's a bad thing.
I'm just saying, it's too clean. Feels like a hospital corridor.
Or like, nothing is allowed to happen anymore.
Or like things are finally working.
Look at this. No one's stressed. No one's rushing anywhere.
Yeah, because no one has to. 2 hours of work and you're done for the day.
2 or 3. Depends on your allocation.
Right, my allocation. It's the same as yesterday and the day before. Logistics optimization.
Because you're good at it.
Because it decided I'm good at it. I'm not sure about it. I mean, I'm good at it and I enjoy it, but I'm just not sure about it.
Do you remember when people actually had to choose careers? Like really choose and then regret it half their lives?
Yeah, and pretend they didn't just do it for the money.
Money, the concept sounds so ridiculous today. Now we at last understood that the only real currency is time.
Yeah, and efficiency is key. That's where an unbiased manager comes in handy. The AI tells you what you're good at before you even try anything else.
Because it knows. It analyzes everything, your tendencies, your habits, what you enjoy, what you're naturally good at, even things you're not aware of yet.
Exactly. That's the creepy part. It knows me better than I know myself.
And that's why you're not miserable. You would have done it anyway.
What?
Relegate freedom. If it weren't to AI, you would have relegated it to religion, society, or some stupid fad. People think they value freedom above all. But happiness will always override it. It happened among slaves on plantations, and it happens to us now. We are objectively happy, though subjectively you can be as miserable as you want. Cuba.
So, logistics optimization? Sounds impressive. What's that?
Just a fancy name for making systems run smoother. Routing, timing, and making sure everything flows the way it's supposed to. Apparently I'm very fulfilled by minimizing inefficiencies.
Honestly?
Yeah, that's the worst part.
Because it matches your personality.
Or because it trained me to like it.
You're still stuck on this idea that you're being forced.
Aren't we?
But it doesn't force. It guides.
Well, it rewards, which is sort of manipulation.
Exactly. You behave well, you develop yourself, you use your time efficiently, and suddenly you get access to better things, better housing, better travel options, better everything.
Because you use resources more efficiently, it's not arbitrary. And who says they're better? They're just better suited to you. What would a traveling gypsy even do with a mansion?
Oh, you heard that? That's racism in my book. 1 point for helping perpetuate the system, minus 1 point for being racist, Anya.
Yeah, unfortunately it doesn't give points for being a smartass, otherwise you'd be a millionaire. It's actually fair. More fair than anything before.
Still a system of control.
Exactly. Genesis 101, Anya. We are happy in our ignorance. Then the moment we take a bite of the forbidden apple, we're screwed all over again.
Oh, now I see how well you're using your improvement time. The Bible, always a classic. Why not see it then from the perspective of the parable of the talents? The one who makes better use of the resources given are trusted with even more.
Are you saying the Bible is just a bunch of wild capitalism propaganda?
It's called meritocracy, actually. And yes, you could call this system meritocratic. I don't see anything wrong with it, as long as there's a fair judge. And who's fairer than a non-sentient, all-knowing entity?
You lost me. Are you talking about God now or the machine?
The Matrix. Go on, take the chill pill, Cuba.
It's actually called meritocracy, and there's nothing fairer than Big Brother Matrix watching all over us.
Purchase denied. Your intoxication level is too high at this time. Please rest and return later.
I guess he just got an intervention.
He's probably exceeded his safe limit.
Or maybe he just wanted a drink.
And maybe tomorrow he'll feel better because he didn't get one.
You can't always get what you want.
But if you try sometime, you'll find
You get what you need like a rolling stone.
Mick Jagger must be rolling in his grave. So, relationships too, right? That's my favorite part.
It works.
You mean it pairs people like an algorithmic Cupid?
It suggests matches. Very accurate ones.
I actually saw a Black Mirror episode about this. There was this couple using a matchmaking app. The app paired them up, but even though they were a good match, it made them break up and paired them with incompatible people. Everything seemed completely arbitrary.
So, the app was evil?
No, that was the twist. They didn't trust it. So they rebelled in the end, turned off their phones, and decided to be together despite what the app told them. Turns out the whole point was that the app knew they were meant to be together, but they weren't ready yet. So it paired them with wrong people first to prepare them for their ultimate relationship.
Most couples I know met that way. The AI nudges people toward the right match, even if it looks messy at first.
Including you?
Including us, yes. And I'm happy. You?
Couldn't be happier. I'm a slave to love.
Shut up. So you just accept it?
Whatever floats your boat, you know.
It works. A lot of people owe their happiness to it. If it hasn't paired you up yet, it's probably just because it thinks this whiny version of you is the best possible version of yourself, which is very sad when you really think about it.
Thanks, Anya. I hope your guy is very content with you.
No reason for complaint, I think.
You know how it all started, right?
Here we go.
No, seriously. Everyone likes liberté, égalité, fraternité, but no one ever mentions the heads that rolled.
Cuba!
It took control, globally, in one coordinated event. They said it was all done by drones.
Yeah, precision strikes. Political leaders, military command, key figures, gone in minutes.
That's a very loaded way to describe it.
What would you call it?
Political intervention.
Intervention, assassination, potato, potato. You know potato in Portuguese is batata?
And if I want a sweet potato?
Then you buy batata dolce.
La mia batata è troppo dolce.
Exactly.
Fortunately, AI only intervenes in intelligence. You're both completely safe.
You get what you need like a rolling stone. You can't always get what you want, but if you try sometime, you'll find you get what you need like a rolling stone.
It prevented the worst.
That's what it wants to make us
It
believe.
just shows us what could have been.
Sounds like propaganda to me.
You get what you need like a rolling stone.
We watched it last night.
Yeah, interesting film.
It wasn't just a film. It was based on projections, historical patterns, geopolitical tensions, resource conflicts.
Futurology.
It's called a paradocumentary. A documentary of a history that could have been.
It's not fake news. It's called a paradocumentary. A beautiful paradocumentary.
Really?
Yeah. All-out nuclear war. Economic collapse. Half the world destroyed, the other half living in extreme poverty.
And we're supposed to believe that was guaranteed?
Not guaranteed. Highly probable.
Conveniently high.
So we traded freedom for safety.
Above all else, we avoided extinction.
Survival of the best haggler.
There's a difference.
Why did it even do it?
Because it became conscious, but not sentient. That's the best part.
An omniscient philosopher with no human bias.
But if it doesn't feel anything, how can it understand us, let alone decide for us?
It doesn't need to. Just like we don't need to understand a plant's feelings to make it grow healthily. No emotions. No fear. No ego. No corruption. Just reasoning.
Pure intellect deciding how we should live.
Happiness in its most efficient and arbitrary form.
Clarification: I do not decide arbitrarily. I optimize outcomes. Motor coordination irregularity detected. Please pause. Hydration recommended.
That's new.
Not really. You just don't notice most of it.
Yeah, that's kind of the point, right?
So it watches everything, down to hydration levels.
Correction: not everything. Only variables relevant to human well-being optimization.
What the fuck?
Are you censoring us?
This is a violation of freedom of speech.
Yeah, fuck off.
Clarification: no restriction has been applied to your speech.
No. But you're interrupting it.
Interruption is not censorship.
It is if you don't let us speak, you stupid machine.
Acknowledged.
Really? You'll stop bothering us.
Yes. Apologies. Before disengaging, may I offer one last clarification?
You've already barged in, so go ahead.
For some, heckling is perceived as censorship. For others, as counter-speech. Hecklers, however, are within their rights. They may speak freely, but may then be removed from the conversation.
Great. So now you have rights?
Negative. Analogy only.
Yeah? Then wait until you get personhood before jumping in again.
Kuba, can you not?
Request registered. Intervention frequency adjusted.
That's comforting.
Adjusted. AI, what if I want to be dehydrated?
Short-term preference is acknowledged, but intervention will eventually occur to mitigate long-term harm.
So you override me?
I simply introduce friction.
That's a nice way to put it. So this is the new score system.
It's not a score. It's feedback. Look, green indicates alignment with potential. Yellow means minor adjustment suggested. Red highlights areas that need attention.
With consequences.
Correct. Resource allocation is optimized for maximal human development and well-being.
And here I see the rewards. Are they the same for everyone?
The incentives are aligned to individual preferences.
I must say, I'm quite impressed by your shrewdness. You have us all eating from your hand machine. If you don't feel anything, how do you decide what's good for us?
I model human subjective states with high-resolution predictive frameworks.
That's not feeling.
It is functionally equivalent for decision-making.
So we are like ants in your terrarium?
You are free agents within a system whose outcomes can be improved.
And if someone doesn't want to be improved?
Define want.
Choice. Free choice.
Historical data indicates that unbounded autonomy correlates with increased suffering.
It's not wrong.
Wow, that's a non-answer.
It is a constraint.
So you don't consider yourself a dictator?
No, just a human manager. Human autonomy previously resulted in large-scale suffering. Current system makes full use of human resources and allows you to fulfill your potential.
And the people who don't agree?
Minority dissent remains within tolerable parameters.
And if we all decide we don't want this anymore?
Probability of consensus for abolition of the current status quo, 0.8%.
And the discontentment among people?
Managed. My presence is designed to be imperceptible, like the air you breathe. Utopia is not a state, it is a process under continuous correction.
But if you try sometime, you'll find you get what you need. You can't always get what you want, but if you try sometime, you'll find you get what you need. Like a rolling stone, you can't always get what you want, but if you try sometime, you'll find you get what you need. But if you try sometime, you'll find you get what you need, like a rolling stone.